still don't know how you get an internet connection off a cell phone into a computer. That's incredible. Okay, well, you got this
Oh,
here.
iPhone.
Watch that. You got this concave here. See that concave there?
Right,
Looks like a saddle.
right.
It's not what things look like. It's just, even though you have a little bit of a jaggedy in there, it's not enough. See, this is what I mean about not taking a photograph at face value, guys. Even though you have some jaggedies in there, it's still,
Right, the
if you squint
overall
your
shape.
eyes, like if you get up from your seat
Right,
and you go 10 yards back and you look at this here from your computer, it will look actually like a half a circle, or like a, like a moon, like a 1/4 moon or something like that. So it's still going to bother. You're not offsetting it enough. So you'd have to maybe find ways to exaggerate things, and you're going to have to make like slight modifications in here.
okay.
I'm trying to think, maybe if we protrude this a little bit more like that.
Right.
Probably if you exaggerate these protrusions a little bit. Let's see if that helps. Maybe even group this together into one.
Hmm.
You got an airplane around there?
Sorry?
Is there an airplane?
Oh, it's a lawnmower. I've got the window open. Do you want me to shut the
No,
window?
no, it doesn't bother me. It just sounds like an airplane,
Oh,
doesn't
no.
it, guys?
Now, doesn't that, you've got that negative shape where you created that, and then the negative shape to the left are too similar?
Well, let's see. That could be, but at least we're seeing some of it. And here you got pretty
Yeah.
much of a pyramid. So, I mean, you're going to have to play around with this a little bit and find the answer.
Yeah.
But there, that seems to be a little bit better there. Don't you think so, guys?
Right.
Look at the difference between what we had and what we have now. And, remember I taught you, this is important. I said, what's to keep you from stretching things? There goes the airplane.
It's a lot. Yeah. Gee, you can really pick up noise. You heard the birds chirping last time.
Well, you've got a very good microphone.
Oh,
So
well,
why
there you
can't
go.
we do things like this? Why can't we stretch things? Look at that.
Huh.
Huh? Isn't that neat? So don't
Right.
become a slave. Don't project the photograph on the canvas. That's going to be your problem. Draw it. And then when you draw it, you can remember, okay, that doesn't mean I can't make this bigger. I can keep the same concept and make it bigger. I like that much more. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, can you save that and send that? That's nice.
Okay.
And that solves the problem I was talking about where the sky and the mountain mass were about the same percentage, which I wasn't sure if it bothered or not, but sort of breaks the rule.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's more mountain mass than sky mass.
Let me just, you know what I should do? I should just email these very quickly now because I get confused.
Okay.
Whose is whose?
Thank you.
I'll,
That's great. Thank you, Joe.
okay, if it's left, Gail's too. Okay, Gail done. I get faster with this thing,
Hmm.
Remember, you can talk there, Josie. Okay, so enough said. And what kind of line would you create this little stream with? What did we learn about that? What kind of line would you give it?
Is it a musical line? Or what do you, well, melodic line, musical note, melodic line, right?
Hold on. That would be more for things that are straightish, like a river or a pathway. What would you do?
Well, aren't you supposed to have them coming one out of the vertical, one out of the horizontal? That's wrong.
No. What did I tell? Okay, when it comes to rivers and streams, what do we
But
what do we
aren't they
do?
supposed to enter where it comes off the vertical and the on the bottom, like the side and the bottom, rather than both off the bottom, both sides of the river?
No.
No? What are you asking then?
Hold on. What kind of shape do we put? Gail already answered it.
Oh, an S.
An S shape, right. That's
Right.
different than a melodic line. Melodic lines,
Right.
well, it's still melodic in a way. But melodic line solves the problem of things that are not, that are too straight here at the bottom. But this here, you
Right.
create like a nice zigzaggy, S shape,
Right.
whether you want to come out of here or come out of here. See it there? I just gave it to you right there. It worked.
Right.
I got
Right.
lucky. So
That
overall,
would
it's
be
an S
gorgeous.
shape. Right. So here, let me work on this a little bit for you.
Huh.
Impressive, isn't it, guys?
That's looking really good.
I mean, the whole technology here is amazing. There's your answer right there. You want to put the little bank here.
Yeah. Something coming up there.
This just helps you. And then here is the melodic line.
Right.
You cut in here. See how nice that is? Bingo.
Now, can't you move that foreground tree in if you do that kind of thing, like make it into sort of a shrub rather than a tree?
Right. You start to reduce things, right? That's that. You see this. You should work this out with a pencil before you just dive in there and do the painting. Take a pencil and sketch the masses, and then give it some feeling of how little small like poker card sketches to figure things out so you're not caught in it while you're mixing color. Remember, when you're mixing color, you got much more work to do. Remember, never do this, guys, okay? Never do that. In other words, these two lining up, never do that. Here. Do not do this.
Joe,
Yeah, I hear you.
the river at the top end where it goes towards the mountains, instead of taking it off to the right-hand side, would you lead it so that it goes towards a focal point?
Yeah, you could do that, but you don't have to do that, because what's going to happen is that the eye, you don't want to make it that obvious either. You want the guy to move, but you don't want to put him on a road, if you know what I mean, on a highway and force him. Here, let me just darken that there here. I think that if she does this, if she grabs me from the corner, I follow this line here, I go up here, take that out, I connect with this tree over here, in a linear format, and I'm there. You don't have to make it, like, if you put the river all the way through, it forces me, it doesn't make me wander enough in the painting. I have to go straight, boom, right to the mountain like that. So there's a counter argument about taking a river exactly to the middle point or to the focal point. You see my logic in that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would feel more comfortable with it like this.
Right.
Okay, so here you have to find an interesting shape. Figure this out here a little bit.
Well, that's much better.
Yeah, that is.
So
It
remember,
is.
imagine this is made out of Mr. Gumby. Remember Mr. Gumby?
Right.
The plastic,
can
like the
stretch
little,
them.
you can stretch them all over the place. That's how you
Yeah.
have to visualize your painting.
That's great. So you're not concerned about those two negative shapes then that mirror each other up in the mountains?
Which one? These?
Well, no.
Oh, wait, you mean this?
Well, there's
This
two
and-
where they dip down. No, where they dip down. The two ones that the one the furthest to the left, like the negative shape that furthest to the left is like a V, and then there's a V again in the
Here?
middle. There's one, yeah, and then to the left, way over to the left.
Well, we offset a little bit more then.
Yeah, just to kind of, yeah, good. Yeah. Just to
This
offset it
this
from the-
seems to be uncomfortable too, because you don't want to trap the eye in there. So how about we just do that? How's that?
Joe,
Yeah.
what you just did in the mountain by adding that one small peak, it's almost in line with the one opposite to it. I would
Height-wise.
vary it. Yeah, I'd vary it. Don't make a straight line there.